So today, guys, I'm going to be talking about what kind of diapers I use. I use cloth. I know, it's a thing that a lot of people are very scared of and very wary of, but I love my cloth diapers. And I actually prefer them to disposables. I'm not somebody who does cloth just by itself. I like to do disposables if we're going to be away for a weekend or if we're going out for a long day. The brand I like to use is called Bottoms, and I'll just zoom in there on the tag, but that's the company that I like to use. So I didn't try a whole bunch of cloth diapers. What I did is I researched a ton and I figured out what kind of cloth diaper would be most convenient for me and for my family. And this is one that I just thought, you know what, that sounds like it's a perfect fit for us, and it really has been. So I'll explain kind of how they work. So you buy the shell, and the shell has a few different rise settings there to make it smaller or tighter, and then it has rises along the front as well that your snap into, just like a regular diaper would. Just like that. That's kind of a rough look at it. So that's your shell, and then inside of the shell, it's got two snaps, one on the top and one on the bottom. So the shell is made out of a double layer of polyurethane. So there's a polyurethane layer on the outside and a polyurethane wipeable layer on the inside. And so it just catches all of that wetness, so that you're not having any spills or leakage or blowouts, which is really handy. The other thing is there's a double gusset. So when you go to put it on, it will, if it runs over, and I don't know if you can see this, I'm trying to make it so that you can see it, like that, that's the side of the diaper. So if it spills over this top portion, it's going to run and fall into this second gusset. So that when the baby is wearing it, if for whatever reason there is a blowout, it's not going to necessarily get to their clothing or to their bedding or whatever it might be. It will stay trapped in the diaper, which I've really loved. This is what goes in the shell. So there are 3 different sizes of inserts that go in the shell. So when you first start out, you're going to use this insert. So it's the smallest size, and it's the one with the green trim around it. And the way that it works is you're just going to snap it in the bottom and snap it in the top. You're going to set your rise setting probably to the lowest size when you're first starting. So that's the top, these are the snaps that go for the waist. It's the second snap down, and the very bottom snap is going to make you with the littlest diaper size, like that. So then that snaps in the middle, and then it just folds together like a regular diaper would. So once you got that on your baby's bum goes here, you fold it up around. These get tucked in to the sides. I'm trying to do this kind of so it can show you, so it's a little bit awkward. Kind of like that, and these get tucked in on the sides. Then you have one side you're going to snap over like that, and then this side has snaps across the front so that you can make it even tighter. So then you can fold it over and snap it nice and tight. So they are one of the trimmest diapers I've seen for cloth. So that's the smallest, or close to the smallest setting that you can have. You could move it over one more snap, so it could be a little bit smaller, so that's nice. And then you would just move it up as you go along. So I found with my son is before we had to switch the insert in the middle, I could switch the rise first. The small will go to the second rise, so you can snap it along here, and it would still allow that insert worked really well that way. So I did that for a while until I found that this one wasn't absorbing enough, and my son was kind of growing out of it. So all I did is you get rid of these, we hold on to them for the next baby, you set them aside, we cleaned them all really good and packaged them away, and then you move on to the next size up. So my son right now is in this size of diaper, in this size of insert, I guess, and it is doing okay. This says, I think it goes up to about 16 pounds, no, maybe 18 pounds, and my son is right on the cusp of that 18-pound mark, and so we are ready to move him up to the larger size. And so here's the larger size here. So it was pretty inexpensive to buy the inserts. I think each of these liners was close to $20, and each of the inserts is $5 a piece. So what they recommend is for every one shell you have, you get 2 inserts. So I've 9 shells, so I have 18 large, 18 medium, and 18 small inserts. So the shells come in a number of different fun patterns. So I just have a red on white here. And then I have this one here, just some cute blue giraffes. And then I got like gray on green. It's got a green trim and it's gray. And then I've got a whole bunch more. Like I said, I think I've got 6 other ones. They're fun that they have a whole bunch of different styles you can choose from. They've got more boy, more girl, depending on what gender your child is, or gender neutral ones as well, where you can just get sort of solid colors. So that's kind of fun, and it gives you the opportunity to sort of, personalize your baby's diapers. So that's a fun fact about them. So I'm just going to show you guys in comparison. Like I said, my son is in the second size of insert, so that's this one here with the white border around it. And I'm just going to show you the difference. So his setting right now is like this. This is how he would have his diaper set each time I change it. He's got one snap in the middle for the waist size, and he's got, if you can see here, he's 3 sizes up on the rise. So that's how that looks. And in comparison, he is just starting to move into size 3 diapers in the Huggies, but this is the size 2 diaper. So as you can see, it is definitely bulkier, but the size in height is pretty similar. This one's definitely more trim. It's going to be more trim, but this one is very trim compared to most that you would have. So a few things about the diapers before I go that I just sort of want to explain. It works from, I think they say newborn, all the way up until they're potty trained. Now, the diapers did work for newborn for my son. They even have a snap rise, and when I do a tutorial on them, I'll give you a better shot of that, on how to have it so that your umbilical cord is not being touched by the diapers. So that's really handy, but I found that it was still sort of pressing on it. It wasn't touching it by any means, but if I was holding him with his legs sort of bent, I just felt like it looked uncomfortable on his little belly button there, and so I didn't use them when he was a newborn. We chose to use regular diapers at that point until his umbilical cord fell off, and we have been using these ever since. The way that we use them is you use a shell, you snap an insert into them, he uses it, he will go pee or poop, and then we clean the shell. So we have a diaper sprayer, you spray off the diaper, you throw it into the wet pail, it sits in the wet pail until we are ready to wash them, and then you can still use the shell. So if it's a pee diaper, we would reuse that shell because you can give it a little wipe out, and then we hang it and add a new insert into it when it's dry. Or if it's a poop diaper, normally even if there's no poop on it, I still like to wash it because I feel like, I don't know, I have a weird thing with that. So I wash them no matter what. If they're poop, the shell gets washed, and then you would continue on until your wet pail is full. So once your wet pail is full, I go ahead and I wash the diapers. We do cloth wipes as well, and I will do a tutorial on how we go ahead and get our cloth wipes ready for the week, because I do a cloth wipe solution. I'm just trying to think of what else I can really tell you guys about these diapers. Like I said, I really do like them. I'm going to have the website linked down below. I found a beautiful website. It's an amazing website out of Vancouver, BC, because I live in Canada, and it's called Lagoon Baby, and it has a ton of different diapers, tons of different options. Like they've got diaper pails, wet bags, cloths, travel wet bags, all that sort of stuff. So I'll make sure I have them linked down below. Cloth diapering can be a little overwhelming if you've never done it before. There are a lot of extra things that you need to have that are not really common to people, but once you have all of those things, it makes a huge difference. Once you know how to use it, it's not any more disgusting than using regular diapers. I have just as much laundry, I deal with just as much poop when I am, using disposables, just as when I'm using cloth diapers. So that's one big pull away from cloth diapers, that people think, oh, I don't want to handle poop, or I don't want to do all that laundry, or I don't want to be carrying around poopy diapers with me and stuff like that. And my advice for those people would be just to say, you know what, you're going to deal with poop anyway, and if you don't want to do cloth on the go, don't do cloth on the go. Do disposables on the go. It's still going to save you a ton of money. It's still going to be great for the environment, or at least better for the environment than using full-on disposables. And I just think that it's not as inconvenient as people make it out to be. I love my cloth diapers, and if I can help somebody, hopefully board the cloth diapering train, I totally would, because I'm totally a fan of them, and I was excited to bring you guys this product. So like I said, I'm going to have everything linked down below that I talked about today. Sorry if this video was kind of all over the place. I'm going to do a tutorial on the cloth diapers, tutorial on the wipes. So thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and comment down below if you guys use cloth diapers or not. Let me know, what kind do you like? If you don't cloth diaper, what kind of disposable diapers do you use? Put that down below as well, because I'm interested to know what other people are using. Also guys, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button to follow along. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in my next one. Bye guys. And I can give you a bit of backstory. Some cute brown. Awesome. And action. Are you trying to make the blooper reel? So the shells come in different fabrics, and then, like I said, my son is in the smallest, or the second size. No.